transparent dislike or jealousy or whatever of LeBron.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. So the Lakers picking Bronny James in the NBA draft is an example of long overdue black nepotism, according to ESPN's Stephen A. Smith and Jay Williams. LeBron's son was selected by the Lakers with the 55th overall pick in the second round of the draft. On Thursday night, a seismic moment which left the 19-year-old overcome with emotion. This means Bronny and his dad are set to become the first ever father-son duo to play at the same time in the NBA, and they will do so for the very same team. However, the former USC Trojans guard who was snapped in the first round of the draft, joining the same franchise as his dad, has led to accusations of nepotism. Some are arguing that he has only been selected by the Lakers due to LeBron's influence, while suggesting that he is not ready to play in the big leagues.
I think the coverage of this has been absolutely maddening and so disingenuous by so many people.
I buy that.
So, a couple things that no one has ever pretended to care about in the NBA are now hot button issues. The nepotism piece of it. I'm old enough to remember Costas Athanasiou being picks in the 50s or the 60th pick, and not a single person was like, there's a 4-year senior out there who's having his moment stolen because a team wants to kiss up to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nobody cared. The value of second-round picks. Day before yesterday, Dylan Jones, the 26th pick of the draft, was traded straight up for 5 second-round picks. Last night, the 52nd pick of the draft was traded for cash. About $2 million. Wire it to me. We'll take some in Bitcoin. That's it. No one cares. And now all of a sudden people's obvious, transparent dislike or jealousy or whatever of LeBron has colored this whole thing. Because I guarantee you, if in 15 years, Cannon Curry, Steph's youngest, is a fringe NBA prospect, and the Warriors are like, you know what? It's a good story. I think he's a good kid, and he's got a shot. We have him 71st on our board. We'll draft him 58th. The think pieces aren't coming. Instead, people are like, that's awesome. Yeah. That is super dope. And this should have been celebrated like that. Because this picture right here is one of the coolest stories ever. These two human beings now play for the same basketball team. That's LeBron James making the NBA Finals with his toddler son, and now they're on a team together. And lastly, Brew, obviously, nepotism played a piece in this. But the idea that Bronny deserves nowhere to be in the room denies these realities. We saw him in the McDonald's All-American game play very well against his peers, score 15 points, shoot well. We then saw him at the Combine perform in the top 10 percentile in 2 separate, very different either athleticism or shooting drills. What we also saw was 10 months ago, this kid's heart stopped on the court. And he didn't have a great year of college basketball. And instead of the story being one of, if not the greatest player ever, has played long enough that his kid is now going to be his teammate. And by the way, that kid, impeccable off-court resume, and overcame what could have been a life-ending moment. The story is just a weird, LeBron's too much power, disingenuous. What about I didn't like any of it. So that's how I feel the story should have gone and would have gone for any player in the league other than LeBron James's kid.